The queen bee. The queen bee is an archetype that's fairly prolific. Anyone who knows, who's seen the supposed alpha male, alpha female, they've run into women who love the idea of exerting power over others. Whether they exert that power righteously or not is not the point. The queen bee delights in having rulership over other people. Now, the queen bee that I'm specifically talking about with this archetype, this will be a woman who, in a group of women, this woman will rise to the ranks, and she'll be kind of like the head honcho. But the other girls will essentially fight for validation. They'll fight to be validated by this person. The job I work at, I ran into a queen bee, and I noticed while I was interacting with her the some of the things that she said, and I think these might be some of the approximations of what would encompass a queen bee archetype. So these type of people, they assume you want your validation and that you need their validation. They don't question their position or your subjugation, so to speak, regardless of whether that's bad or good. I guess subjugation is a negative connotation, but queen bees are they're some of them are vicious, but some are, they're harmless. They just want to feel superior to others, as opposed to actually harming people. I would say it's akin. The opposite of the queen bee archetype would be the Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom wants to have power, but he doesn't necessarily want to harm people. He just wants to rule. He just wants to be at a point of leadership, of having power. But his archetype's really interesting. But I would say it's the opposite of the queen bee. No, typically the queen bee is put in a negative light because you can see it in movies like Gossip Girl. You can see in the cheerleading chick flicks and stuff. You can kind of get a hint at who the queen bees are, because what they say dictates the narrative in the group of women, right? In the cackle, what she says dictates what direction they're going to go, dictates what they're going to do that night. If she disagrees with something, then everyone changes their tune and then disagrees. They disagree along with her. Uh, it's an interesting archetype. I don't really have any prescriptions or ideas behind it. This is just an archetype that I wanted to highlight. Um, as of yet, recently, the queen bee.